Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today we're going to be talking about the RX 470, which launched today, joining the RX 400 series of cards from AMD, along with the RX 480 and the soon-to-be released RX 460. I really wanted to talk about specifically the pricing of the RX 470 and where it kind of fits in the marketplace currently today, and ask you guys the question is, do you think the RX 470 is too much money right now? The email that I got today from Newegg prompted me that the card had been released. Initially brought me over to the page with the Sapphire RX 470, their Nitro card, which is listing at $209.99, and going on from there, I saw cards from Power Color, their Red Devil card, launching at $180. Also got another Sapphire RX 470, I think this is their Platinum version, that's at $200 right now over on Newegg. And then we've also got the Gigabyte version, that's $200. So this card is coming in at a higher price point than we had anticipated. We talked about this card coming out at maybe around $150, but now it seems to be, at that $180 to $200 type of price range, which is kind of an odd place for the RX 470 to be, in my personal opinion, because we've seen the 4GB RX 480 cards, out there for $200 when you can actually get them. None of them are available right now on Newegg. Looking on there, I don't know if they're available anywhere else, but those are supposed to be at $200. So seeing the RX 470 coming out and delivering, slightly lower performance at the same price, or maybe just $20 less, is kind of an odd place for this card to be. So I don't know where the 470 kind of fits in right now for the 400 series of cards, at least from AMD, and who is this card really going to be for, when someone could conceivably just go out and get a 4GB RX 480 if and when they are actually available, which should give better performance. And based on the initial numbers that I've seen so far, I've seen the 4GB RX 480s getting around 7 to 10 FPS more than the RX 470s. And the 8GB will kick that up by a couple of frames, but really not too much of a difference going between the 8GB and 4GB model, at least at 1080p gaming, which is really what we're talking about in this type of price bracket of cards, is 1080 gaming. So that's, where we're going to be focusing our interest. So for 1080p gamers out there that are looking to get a card, are they going to go out and get the 470 if it's going to be $180 or $200, or would they, try to get the 4GB RX 480? That's personally what I would try to do if I was at that $200 price point. Looking around at used cards, you can get a used GTX 970 at around $180 to $200, so that's right in that same price range. And then on the AMD side, you're looking at like the 380X in that area. But if it came down to that, I would lean towards the 970 or like the 4GB RX 480. And the 470, like I said, the 470 is kind of, trailing behind there. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense at its current price point. I think it actually is delivering more performance than what I had anticipated, though. I think it's actually performing a little bit better than what I had expected, but it's still, just kind of odd right there around that 480. You have to ask the question, is maybe the RX 480 4GB, maybe that card just shouldn't exist. Maybe that's, the real, the weird card, and the RX 470 should be the $200 card realistically. And then, you have the 8GB 480 at $250, which kind of makes, the 4GB 480 the weird card in that kind of lineup there. So two different ways to look at it. I'd be curious to see what your guys' opinion is on this down in the comments below, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I know you guys always want to know, where does Joker go when he says he's going to get out of here? Basically, I'm going to go from here to here, so about that far, and I'm going to edit this video off the camera, and then I'm going to hang out all day, and I'm going to go see Suicide Squad later. So that's where I'm going to go, because people, there always seems to be a heated debate about where Joker goes when Joker says, I'm going to get out of here. Well, now you know. The more you know. All right, but no, seriously, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time. Let me know your thoughts on all of this 470 stuff. Comments below, links. Oh, and if you want to see a good review of the RX 470, Gamers Nexus did one. Really good review by them. I'll link to that as well. But I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra. And I say ta-ra. That's what I say. People ask me that too. Joker, what do you say at the end of your videos? I say ta-ra. It's a Northern English / Welsh word for goodbye. It's kind of similar to ta-ta, but it's a Northern English / Welsh way of saying it. So, ta-ra.